All right, everyone, welcome back to week 13 of the Shuffle. Let's start with our week 12 recap. And let's give shout out to Corey, who was our winner this week at 3-3 with plus 4.6 units. Corey had a really good ticket this week. He had three bets in the positive hit. Those three bets were Njigba anytime touchdown and Jigba 2+ touchdowns, which ended up being our fourth highest reach of the season. And then additionally, Cam Ward passing yards, which was a positive bet, plus 125. That gave him 4.6 units and gave him his second weekly win of the season. He last won in week 5. Um, Other shout outs for Stone. Stone was also 3-3 at minus 0.24 units, so another good week. And then as a group, not that great. A lot of 2 and 4s, a 1 and 5, and that put us at 19-35 at minus 12.62 units for the week. Um, that's up there as one of our worst weeks. We haven't had a lot of positive week. Well, let's say this: we haven't had a percent above 50% week. We've only had one green week where we were green in the units, and then kind of moreover from that, we still don't have a 6-0. Those are rare, but we don't have those. Um, and so with that, those are still all out there, still challenges, still things to highlight to kind of reach for. Um, but let's get into the season total. So Nick still has a pretty good lead on the pack. So he's got 10.55 units in the positive, and the next best, which is Dalton, is at minus zero point 0.1. And so that minus zero point 0.1 is the first time Dalton's actually been in the negatives all season. Um, he was number one for a while. He has the most weeks won, but the last couple weeks he's dropped a couple units, and now Nick has a 10 unit lead on him. So that'll be something to watch heading down the stretch. Stone, Corey, myself, David, all single digit negative units. So still heading in the right direction, still could make a comeback. And then Jamie, Aaron, and Shay, double digit negatives. So in a position where, um, yeah, where we kind of need a couple weeks in a row probably, and Nick to fall to kind of catch back up for that. So for the season, 248 and 375 with minus 90 units. All right. We want to try to stay below 100. So we need a good week this week. Put in your best bets and let's try to keep it below 100 for the rest of the season. Add some positive units, add some positive percentages, and we'll go from there. Next thing in my notes here to highlight is the 5 best bets that we've had, or the positive bets that we had for this week. I already talked about Corey's 3. David added a Isavias 4+ receptions, and Nick added the 20th best, which was a Managi anytime touchdown for the Bears. He scored in the last couple of weeks, but you can still get that last week at plus 190. So he added that to his ticket. Um, Only 5, but yeah, still a lot of season left to go. 6 weeks left, so we should be good on that side. Best of category. So we pivoted best of category here. Not a lot changed in this. So Corey is leading us in spread at 7-5. He's also leading us in reach at 3-9. He's gotten hot over the last couple weeks, and then Stone is leading us in over under. Dave is leading us in bet, or excuse me, David is leading us best of bet 21-15. I do this brief every single week, and yet I still don't look here and just bet you guys that are hot. I think I might have to change that because between that we are up 26 units in those best of bet categories. So I might have to ride with you guys on those bets. Uh, Now maybe here's a place where I could flip it and fade you guys. But with that, again, David still biggest loser in spread over under. He is 5-19 in those two categories, and Shay best bet reach 7-41 in those two categories combined. Um, yeah, no changes there. A lot of lost units, but again, still 6 weeks left to kind of make up for it, and we're still in position where we could hit some good hits. Uh, Let me check my notes. Nope, I don't have anything for this segment, so no 0 and 6s, no shame, and no 6 and 0. So let's pivot right into week 12. I find this to be a very polarizing week 12. There is a couple games in the beginning, which is why the video is coming out early. Three Thursday games, which all feature teams that probably have playoff implications or playoff expectations of themselves. The Friday game, same thing. And then you kind of get into some one-sided matchups when you get into Sunday. A lot of teams that are kind of trying to get to the playoffs or uh, playing teams that probably aren't going to make it. So, kind of an interesting card, but all 16 total games, every team is in play, and we will random it 5 times for the 5 positive hits that we had from last week. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hell yes, this is perfect. Okay, we got the good ones. I can, people would tell me we getting some shit games all season, but all right. Stone has Green Bay Detroit Thursday 1 o'clock. Corey has Kansas City Dallas Thursday 4:30. Jamie has Cincinnati Baltimore Thursday 8:20. Uh even better. All right, Dalton has the Sunday night game, and Shay has a Monday night game. And oh my goodness, and David got the Chicago Philly game on Friday. So we have all the primetime games. I don't know if that's ever happened in the history of the shuffle. We might have made history. We randomed it out. I got the fucking shittiest game, Jacksonville, Tennessee. That's fucking bullshit. But we won't talk about that. We hit all the good primetime games for holiday weekend. Something to be thankful for. I better not be hearing any chat about, oh, hey, I got some shitty games. No, we got all the good games this week. Um, Actually, did we get, there's one other good one that I thought. Houston, Indiana. Okay, we didn't get that. All right, it doesn't matter. This is a great ticket. Just a couple things in my notes administratively. We've been doing a good job getting the tickets in, so again, no shame in this week. Um, Happy Thanksgiving. I hope everyone has a blessed Thanksgiving. Um, yeah, I think just being able to do things like this is just enough of a microcosm to just be incredibly grateful for everybody giving their time. There's no money on the line. There's really no benefit for you guys doing it, but hopefully it's fun. Hopefully we keep things going for years to come, and so I'm thankful and grateful for that. Additionally, I've had interest from Shay's friend wants to join us, and then I was thinking that maybe my mom's husband, who is not my stepdad, to also join us. Um, Next year, I haven't talked to him about it, but I thought maybe he would be interested. And so if we could get to 10, 11, 12, we max out, I think at 12 or 13. I have to double check on that. Um, that would be really something. And so, I don't mind putting in the time and the effort to get everything out because I think it's fun. I like seeing what everyone's doing, what everyone's picking, and kind of ranking it out. We probably will add the winner gets to pick their game um, for next year. We might add some other things, but I got those and I'll keep those close to the vest until we get towards the end of the season. But again, thanks everyone for putting in their tickets. I look forward to seeing everyone's tickets coming in on Thursday. And just have a blessed Thanksgiving weekend. And that's all I got to say about that.